Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gear Dump. Basically going through some gear, and I want to show you some different categories, just things that I have, not necessarily reviews. Basically I've taken apart all of my kits and are revamping them, reorganizing, and making sure that everything is in its place. So this episode is water. A few different things, filters. And I guess to start with is the very common Aquamira Frontier filter. It's about a $8 filter if I'm not mistaken. It's been a number of years ago since I purchased this. I don't know any of the stats on it. You'll have to look it up because I don't have the packaging anymore. But basically use it until it becomes very difficult to suck water through it. It means your filter is clogging up. You drop that down into the water and suck that out. So the Aquamira Frontier. Secondly, we have a mini Sawyer water filter, and this can be used a number of different ways. You can hook this up to a water pouch and use it in line. You can cut your tubing and put it on each thing, so that way you can fill up your bladder, your water bladder, with unfiltered water. And as you drink, it will filter it through the Sawyer Mini water filter. Or you can just simply collect water in your bag, screw this will screw on, and then you could drink it out of your bag. This will also screw onto a water bottle, or you can put your straw on it and sip right down into the water, wherever your water source is. So that is the Aquamira Mini, and if I remember right, they're about $15 or $20 for the Mini. And then you have the regular Sawyer. I believe this is about $30, but it does the same thing essentially. You can screw this into one of those bladders, one of the smaller bladders, or a water bottle. It has the threads in there, and then just suck it out like a regular water bottle. The regular Sawyer water filter. Next you have a hrenovo Trio, and it's a 3-stage water filter, and it removes pretty much everything. It'll do 1,000 liters. Filter 1,000 liters. What's interesting is it's a 3-stage, and it will filter down to 0.0 microns, which is more than the very common life straw, which I believe is 0.1 or 0.3 microns. I can't remember now. But this Trio will filter it down smaller than any filter on the market right now. There's another brand that uses the same exact design, and it also filters down to 0.05 microns, and it is called the Survivor water filter straw. Next I have a Katadyn, or I've heard some up north say Katadyn, but I'm going to call it Katadyn. But this is the Hiker Pro, and it is a water filter pump, and you have a number of tubes and bags, sponges, number of assortment of different things that come with it to be able to use it different ways. You can pump water out of your water source, whether it's a lake, stream, pond, puddle, river, or whatever, and fill up a large amount of water fairly quickly instead of having to suck it through a straw. So that is the Katadyn Hiker Pro. These are going to run about $70, $80, and depending on what model of Katadyn you get, they can run between $60 and about $120. I always like to carry bottled water with me, just because it's easy, and also some Daytrex 4-ounce water packets. They say that these will last about 5 to 7 years. However, I know some studies have shown that if water is sealed correctly and is sanitary, it's all filtered, there's no germs in it, then it will last indefinitely. Daytrex 4-ounce water packets. Just something that's small and you can slide into a pack a lot easier than a water bottle. You may not want to filter your water. You may want to just purify it. And if you do, you can buy these Oasis water purification tabs. And essentially one tiny tablet will purify 1 liter of water. And so right there, 20 liters of water in just that little bit. And usually they have a pretty good shelf life. These I purchased a number of years ago and they're still good for another couple years. You can also find some Coleman water purification tablets at Walmart, and they're about $6 to $7. This comes with the water purification as well as separate tablets to get rid of the taste of the purification tablets that are in the water. But that is Coleman brand water purification tablets. As far as accessing water and carrying water, there's a number of different ways you can do that. You can buy all kinds of cheap water carriers that will smash down into your pack. That way they're not taking up a lot of space, but when you need them, they'll be able to hold quite a bit of water. That is a Vapor brand water bag. And what's neat about this particular one, unlike the cheaper versions, I'm not a Longhorns fan, sorry, but is that top will come off and you have a large spout to fill that up and you can drink out of that. You can also carry Ziploc bags. They can hold quite a bit of water, especially large ones like this. The Camelback style water bladders, or regular military style canteens. This particular one you can pick up at thecanteenshop.com or Self-Reliance Outfitters, which is Dave Canterbury's site. And what's neat about the metal ones, obviously you can boil water and not have to have a filter depending on where you're at. Obviously boiling water is not going to get rid of a lot of chemicals, but it will get rid of bacteria. And this is the wide mouth version, so it's a little bit easier to clean. I also have a 64-ounce clean canteen with a wide mouth lid. And the reason I got the 64-ounce one, for one, if you're in a survival situation, water is going to be key. It's going to be one of the most important things, second to shelter. And you're going to be able to boil a lot of water at one time with a 64-ounce canteen. Secondly, they say that you should drink 8 fluid ounce water glasses a day. So that's 64 ounces of water each day. And so if I know I drink one of these per day, then that's good. One thing about this clean canteen, the last time I boiled water in it, this thing stayed hot for probably 5 or 6 hours. Almost boiling hot. So they work very well they work really well for boiling water and carrying water. You can get a lot of water in this and go a long ways with it. And of course, as you've seen in the Katadyn kit, there was also some tubing in there. That way, if you need to suck water out of a hole, if you need to dig a hole to reach water, sometimes in low level marshy areas, or just you may have to dig a hole possibly next to a river and let that water kind of filter in from the river under the ground, and you can suck that water out. Anyway, a little tube will come in handy a lot of times, especially if you're just pumping water and you don't want to have to put the whole thing down in the water to pump it out. Another product that can help you out is the SteriPEN, and this one is the SteriPEN Traveler. Basically, it's going to run on 4 AA batteries. And the SteriPEN is an ultraviolet light, and ultraviolet kills bacteria. So basically what you do is you turn it on and set it down into your cup or jar of water, and you let it sit for, I believe it was 3 minutes. And so that's a way without filtering and without purifying with chemicals to get your water clean, ready to drink. I like to have some Energizer Ultimate Lithiums on hand. They have a 20-year shelf life, and they're supposed to last a little longer. I don't know that they do, but I like the 20-year shelf life. And if you're concerned about an EMP, then you could have a setup like this wrapped up in your Faraday cage and have an easy way to be able to purify water. Hope you guys enjoyed this gear dump, and hopefully maybe you can use this information or be able to purchase some of these products to help you out. See you next time.